I believe you did another study on protease and glyphosate. Is that correct?
Yeah, so we did a pilot study on glyphosate, and this was back, Shannon, if you could recall, it was like 4 or 5 years ago, I think.
At least, if not a little bit more.
Yeah,
I want to say around
what
2000.
glyphosate is what you find in Roundup, and it's what is sprayed on vegetables and on corn fields, on soy fields, in order for it to become resistant to, it's like it's a pesticide, right? It's an insecticide. So this glyphosate, when we consume non-organic fruits and vegetables, then it's probably sprayed with these pesticides, and the major component is glyphosate. Glyphosate is not healthy for us. We should not be consuming this. This is a chemical. This is a poison, and it creates all kinds of immune challenges and conditions. So we did a little observational study in-house with participants that we dosed these proteolytic enzymes with. And what we saw, one of the things that we saw is that the patients that were dosed mega doses of proteolytic enzymes in their urinary, we did a before and after urinary collection, and we measured the amounts of glyphosate in their urine. We saw that there was the group that was dosed more had, at the end of the study, at the follow-up urinary test, higher amounts of glyphosate in their urine, meaning that we're pulling all that glyphosate out of the tissue and dumping it into the urine for it to be eliminated. Because these chemicals, they build up in your tissue and they get lodged into your joints, your fibers. So these proteolytic enzymes have also a detoxification capacity to pull toxins out of your joints and your tissues, bring them into the circulation so it could be sent out by way of your kidneys, sweat, your skin, and your liver can metabolize them and get them out of your system. As a matter of fact, I am about to begin a detoxification study with proteolytic enzymes, and this time we're doing it with environmental toxins like BPA and PFASs, and all these forever chemicals that we are inundated with on a day-to-day.
Amazing. So many people think of enzymes as breaking down our food, but you're talking about disease fighting. You're talking about detoxification. You're talking about the actual removal, of these forever chemicals. I'm a huge proponent of understanding the chemicals and toxins that are in our body. I just completed a 4-month detox program for myself. And it was, awesome. I'm a healthy person and have been for years. And it was interesting to watch how my body changed during the 4-month detox. But the idea of using enzymes to break down the stuff that gets, like you said, stuck in the joints, stuck, in our tissue. I do have one question, because you talked about mega dosing. And I know people are sitting here right now going, I got to go get me some of this stuff, right? So obviously, we're told to follow the label, but I mean, do we need to consult a physician? And I want to be careful that everybody doesn't go out and just megadose themselves and get themselves sick. So it's really important to make sure that we're reading labels, consulting physicians, because we don't want somebody to just get an idea and say, oh, I'm going to go megadose, so I'm going to take half the bottle today or something like that. So can we talk about those, safety parameters to keep people safe?
A great question. That's a great question. So, in the supplement industry, there are those that are, follow good manufacturing practices. They have quality control in every step. They use the best ingredients. They don't use fillers. They don't use, preservatives. They don't use any unnatural things. Okay. And then there's the companies that cut corners. Mm-hmm. And, to save on cost and have more of a margin, they put out a cheap product. Okay, so you have to be careful with that, and you have to get it from a reputable company that uses no fillers, that has quality control, that has GMP certified, that has pure enzymes, and that's what transformation guarantees the practitioners, that they're getting quality enzymes. Okay. And having said that, yes, please get your enzymes from a professional who has an account with a reputable company that's going to guarantee that their enzymes are pure and that they have no other artificial things in it or anything of that nature. So that is the most important thing. Having said that, now, the beautiful thing about enzymes is that they are not like a drug or like a vitamin or like a mineral, whereby you need the dose depending on kilogram body weight. Okay? For example, let's say vitamin C. Vitamin C, some people, when they go above 1,000 milligrams, it can give them diarrhea, right? Because vitamins and minerals are dosed depending on kilogram body weight. Enzymes are not like that. When you dose enzymes, they go into your system, your body uses them, and when they're done using them, they either eliminate it or your body recycles it. So there is no toxicity involved in it.
Wow.
There's no overdosing. So that's huge.
That is huge.
So when I talk about megadosing, I'm going to give you an example of this prostate cancer patient. And it's not for me to say, if you have cancer, go do this. No, but just this example. This prostate cancer patient ended up taking 30 grams of our proteolytic blend. Now, 30 grams is an equivalent of about 60 pills a day. Okay?
Wow.
So that's megadosing.
Right.
Okay? Now, there was no toxicity. There was no overdosing. The guy is still alive. The guy felt great. His oncology team was shocked that he had so much strength and vitality. Because remember, it has anti-inflammatory properties. It has oncolytic properties. It has detoxification properties. It's got so many properties that this guy actually gained muscle mass.
Wow.
Because the more protein you're breaking down from the foods you eat, the more amino acids your cell is going to get, and the more muscle building you're gonna have. So even even athletes are able to take this in high doses. So when I talk about megadosing, is for those patients that are severely affected.